Hey everybody, how's it going? Welcome to another video. My name is Abbie and this is Spend More Time in the Wild. Don't know why I said it like that. Spend more time in the wild, woo! I'm currently sat in a Gogh NYX 200, which is a sort of entry-level backpacking, hiking, camping tent. Two-person tent. I have recently reviewed that, so check that out on my channel. And today I'm here to talk to you about cheap gear versus expensive gear. And I'm going to sort of break it down, but I'm also going to throw a few things in the mix, including a full-on giveaway. I am giving away £150 worth of kit to somebody who is looking to get into hiking for the first time. It's basically everything you need, pretty much everything you need in order to kickstart your journey. So let's run through the stuff I'm giving away. First thing first, this tent. So I've used it once. I bought it purely for the purpose of giving out. I just needed to use it in order to review it, because I wanted to review it to make sure you guys knew what you were getting with the tent. So this tent, which is actually a very nice little tent, I'm quite happy with it, not gonna lie. And then what I've got here is everything brand new, unused and unopened. So I've got a Gogh Trek 3 compact self-inflating sleeping mat. So that is in the package. Then I have here a Gogh compact gas stove, which wants to run away from me. So this screws onto a gas canister, so all you need is like a jet boil or a gas canister essentially to screw that onto. Then you can cook on that. I didn't want to supply pots and pans, A, because it didn't fit in the budget. I bought all of this from Go Outdoors on a £150 budget, but also because everybody cooks slightly differently. So I might have a pan or a frying pan or whatever, and you guys might want differently. So we got this stove anyway. I thought that was a good middle ground. I have a Petzl Takina headlamp, which is a really great little headlamp. Lumens are 250 lumens, so it'd be great if you just need to nip out, go for a wee, find you lost something or other with the torch. Generally, I tend to find the thing that you lose is your torch, which is very inconvenient. But anyway, torch. Then we've got, it's a bit bulky, but jolly well do the job. This guy, which is a Gogh Starlight 250 sleeping bag. So yes, it's bulky, but it's a 2-3 season sleeping bag. Temperature range is 3 degrees to 20 degrees, so sort of, as I say, mid-season sleeping bag. And that comes with the giveaway. And then last but not least, to put it all, oh no, not last but not least, I got a spork, because you need to eat your good things with a spork. And then, last but not least, we've got this guy, which is a Nepal 65 sleeping bag. You can't sleep in this. Rucksack. It's Euro hike, so everything will fit in there. And it's got an adjustable back, which I figured would be good if you're just sort of looking to get out camping for the first time or hiking. It's not going to fit everybody. Sort of some won't fit everybody, so an adjustable back should fit most people. So there we go. So all of that, basically, I did my online order, came to £150. And so what I'm really trying to do here is dispel the myth that hiking, backpacking, through hiking, whatever you want to call it, I mean, everything, they're all slightly different, but whatever, is an expensive sport, activity, thing to do, slash, for all the things. So basically, walking is free, just like running is free, just like getting outside, generally, apart from National Trust properties, because they're quite expensive, but yay, National Trust is free. And I think it's very easy when you sort of find yourself enjoying walking to then do a little bit of research or go into an outdoor store, which, I don't know about you, tend to find they're like massive things full of stuff, and it very quickly gets overwhelming. You can spend hundreds, if not thousands of pounds on kit and not even use it much. So I'm here today to basically show you that you can get a pretty much full-on kit setup for 150 quid. It does not have to be an expensive sport or activity that you want to get started with. For me, you know, on a normal season, COVID hasn't allowed that recently, but a normal season, I'll spend half the year under the stars. You know, my kit is being used every single day without fail, and so it's much more easy for me to justify spending the money. But if you are looking to just literally spend some more time outside, spend some more time in the wild, you know, I just want to really encourage you to, before you start doing all the Googling and the research and the checking in, ask yourself, what are your values? Because, you know, for me as a user of the outdoors, and for us guys and gals, I suppose, I don't really know what I can use these days, but people, folk who use the outdoor space, I really do believe that it should be part of our fundamental values that we want to help protect and conserve the natural world for future generations to come, for our generation and those who are coming after us. Because we enjoy it, we love it, it makes us feel good, it helps us get fit and strong and healthy and happy, quality time, we see amazing things, we enjoy the wildlife, we want to protect that for as long as possible. And so there really are a number of things that we can do when it comes to buying and purchasing and stepping into this world for the first time, or even as long-term users of outdoor kit. And so the first thing I encourage you to do is to feel into what are your values. What are you looking to get from your time outside? How much time are you going to spend outside? What is your budget? You know, and what I'm not going to do here is sort of pick apart like how to choose a tent, how to choose a sleeping bag. I have videos for those things. They're in the comments below or description below. So if you want sort of intricate detail, how to choose a tent, whatever, it's all there. I think I'm just trying to plant some thoughts here because, you know, in recent years, the ultralight backpacking scene or trend has kicked off hugely. And as a long distance hiker myself, you know, I've sort of followed this. I completely understand where it's come from in terms of the less weight that you're carrying, the more comfortable you're going to be, the further you can walk, the faster you can walk, yada, yada, yada. I mean, the spiral effect. But at the same time, I tend to watch these hikers doing these sometimes thousands of miles or kilometer trails, and they're, you know, completely skimping on things, which actually ends up compromising not just their safety, but the safety of others. I think as again, users of the outdoors, we're out on trails where there's going to be other people out on trails, and we all have a responsibility to not just protect the environment, but to look out for each other as well. And so I'm not, and I never have been, and probably never will be, somebody who's going to skimp on gear that's going to compromise safety of myself or others, especially as a group leader as well. FYI, join one of our wild walks, running 1 or 2 every single month. Head on to spendmoretimeinthewild.co.uk and you can book your place today. Also, there's a lot of planes today because it's sunny, and so they've all come out and it's very annoying. But we can work with the planes. And as you can see, I have quite high energy, so I'm just letting them fly on by, just like my energetic state. So, you know, check in with your values and basically don't be forced straight away into this ultralight spending loads of money trend right from the word go, because it isn't necessary, you know. And if you do and are finding yourself very tight on a budget and you want to get yourself a tent, you want to get yourself a sleeping bag, whatever, you start to do the research and actually find something that is a little bit more expensive is worth spending the money on, then you don't even have to buy brand new. First of all, you can buy through Outdoor Gear Exchange, which is a Facebook community, a Facebook group. There's tens of thousands of people there who are selling their stuff, sometimes completely new and unused, but somehow still secondhand. So you can tend to find everything you ever need on there for a much cheaper price than brand new. You can also do things like price matches. Go Outdoors have a price match system where if you find it cheaper somewhere else and can prove it, then they'll give it cheaper with a percentage off. I think it's 10% off. So it's a pretty good system and a lot of people that use that. You can also just gear share. So if somebody has a tent or a sleeping bag or whatever that you know you need for the conditions, the environment, the location, the activity that you're going to go and do, and they're not using it, just ask to borrow it, essentially. You don't have to buy it for yourself. If you have kit that is showing signs of wear and tear, don't hesitate to get in touch with the manufacturer. A lot of manufacturers now are really coining onto this sustainable reuse, reduce waste sort of system, which most of the world has been trying to catch up with, but it's finally time for the outdoor companies to get stuck in with that. And a lot of companies will repair, and if they can't repair it, they will actually offer you money off a new product if you send your old product back to them, if that makes sense, so they can dispose of it in a clean way. So there's some really good little systems out there. Just think outside the box rather than being, ooh, new gear. Like, it's exciting, but it isn't always the direct answer. And I'm not trying to take that from you, but I'm trying to almost just free up your thinking from perhaps sometimes what feels like the pressure to look a certain way and have certain gear. That being said, there is particular things, or are particular things, that you don't really want to skimp on. And just to name a couple of things, you know, if you have got the budget, I strongly encourage you to invest in a good pair of walking boots / shoes. Not going to get into that debate, but your footwear is really important. That's going to help protect your mobility. It's going to help protect the soles of your feet. It's going to absorb a lot of the impact. It's going to protect your ankles. It's going to help with your knees and the wear and tear and the pressure there. It's going to help keep them warm / dry, depending on where and when you're hiking. So a good pair of footwear is generally something really to consider. Again, if you want to know sort of how to fit a boot, I've got videos for that, so I'm not going to talk about that right now. And another thing to consider as well is a backpack. Our backs are incredible. Our spine is incredible. The muscles that build up our back are incredible. I'm a personal trainer. I get very excited about physical anatomy and the build of the human body. And so getting a backpack that fits right and in the right way is also really important. And generally when you go into an outdoor store, you will see a massive wall covered in backpacks. They all look nice and shiny. I like the colors, and it's quite easy to gravitate to the ones that look good. But make sure you're trying before you buy. You need to make sure things fit in the right way, in the right place, that weight is distributed in the correct way. Because if you get that wrong, you could end up over the miles building up strain injuries, pressure through the hips, pressure through the shoulders, whatever it is. So if you're unsure how to fit a backpack, A, again, check out the videos, but B, ask the people in store and they will help you to fit a pack. And if they don't seem confident, like, don't be afraid to ask them what is their experience. Because these days I tend to find a lot of people working in outdoor stores are people who aren't actually that passionate about the outdoors anymore, which is just like, brain doesn't make sense of that. So, you know, don't be afraid to quiz them with what they know and where that knowledge comes from. So that's basically that. And then I guess, you know, things like your shelter, your sleeping bag, your mat, like everything builds up to comfort, but it doesn't have to mean like an empty pocket all of the time. Pace yourself when it comes to purchasing your products. If you are focusing on trying to be more sustainable and environmentally sensitive when it comes to purchasing kit, look out for things like the blue sign. That's literally what it's called. It's not actually, it is a blue sign, but it's called blue sign. It couldn't be simpler. Look out for things like fair trade products, sustainably sourced down, sustainably sourced cotton. I mean, generally cotton isn't used too much in the outdoor industry, but wool, sustainably and organically produced wool. Things like merino, you know, merino is becoming a very well-known term, and obviously it's a type of wool, it's from merino sheep, but even that now, as more people are wanting it, is causing a lot of harm and damage to sheep which are being farmed in poor practices, and there's ethical issues. So do your research as to where your products come from, and I think really that is the time where paying more can be worth it, because you're ensuring that an animal has a happy life, you know, and that the planet is not being compromised, that you're not buying a product where, you know, if you get rained on, all those chemicals are going to leach out into the environment. It sucks having to think about all of this stuff, but at the same time, it brings us closer to who we are and our mission and our desire to get outside. You know, I mean, I would love it if you left it in the comments below, like, why do you go outside? What does the outside mean to you? What does hiking or biking or whatever it is open up for you? 2022, what do you want to get out of your time spent outside? And I'd be really interested to sort of hear that below, because, you know, for me, it's everything. And I know that can seem like, well, what? But it is everything. It has saved my life. It keeps my life going. It keeps me excited. It's brought together communities. You know, it's built wild. It is everything. And that is why I'm so passionate about sharing this stuff with you. And that is why I just wanted to have this sit down, waffly conversation to talk about the fact that you don't have to spend thousands of pounds on gear straight away in order to get outside and enjoy the outdoors. It is so much more than the money that you spend. It's the people that you hike with, it's the places that you go, it's the maps that you look at, it's the guidebooks that you read, you know, it's the research that you do on the internet, it's the weather that you find yourself in. Yes, it's the kit that you use. You tend to build a relationship with your kit, which can sound weird, but it is so true. You know, so I just want to say I'm really excited if you are new to getting into the outdoors. It's a very weird phrase to say, out to the outdoors, for you, because I just think it's completely life-changing. I'm a huge advocate of getting outside for mental and physical health. Take your time, enjoy the time in nature, breathe deeply, laugh fully, you know, and wholeheartedly immerse yourself in the outdoor space. And so with that being said, let's talk about how you can enter and be in with a chance of winning this £150 gear setup to get you hiking and camping in 2022. This is how you know important information is coming your way, because when it zooms in, it means I've got your attention. So in 2021, Anna, my partner, and I travelled from John O'Groats to Land's End via every single national park in the UK. That's 15 national parks. Anna drove the support van because I was cycling it. 2,000 miles, 55 days, and we opened up each national park as a walk where we climbed to the highest point for members of the public, that's you guys, to join. It was freaking epic, and we shot a 3-part documentary film to raise awareness about mental health, access to the outdoors and environmental conservation when it comes to our beautiful wild spaces, not just in the UK but worldwide. And I'm so excited because the Abbie Bikes Britain films are coming out. All the dates and everything you can find on the website, you can find across social media, on our newsletter. Just make sure you're following and you're gonna know. And so in a gesture of excitement for Abbie Bikes Britain, in order to raise a final bit of money, I am asking you guys if you want to get stuck in and be in with a chance of winning all of this kit for £150 worth of kit. You can be in the chance of winning it for £5.55. There's a GoFundMe link in the description below. Click that, donate between today, the 7th of March, and the 20th of March, and your name will be entered into a pot. If you donate twice, you'll be entered twice. Simple as that, couldn't be easier. Why £5.55? Because 5 is my favourite number, and I thought let's just keep this simple. All money, 100%, is going to go towards Abbie Bikes Britain and our long-term investment in making the outdoors as accessible as possible to as many people as possible, no matter where you live, who you are, your financial background, your ethnicity, your sexuality, doesn't matter. Like, we want to make the outdoors accessible for you, and we want to make sure we can protect the natural world for as long as possible. £5.55 via the GoFundMe link below. And I will be running a live session at 6 p.m. UK time, Greenwich Mean Time, on the Sunday, the 20th of March. And there I will be drawing a name from the hat of the winner of this £150 worth of kit. Doesn't matter where you live in the world, we'll ship it to you. And that is basically my mic drop. So tune in on the 20th of March, 6 p.m. in the evening, and between now and then, drop your donation via the GoFundMe link below to support us on our mission to making the outdoors accessible as possible for everybody across the board. Because really, there should be no exclusivity in this world. It's a beautiful thing, and you know, we all have a right to get out and have awesome adventures, no matter anything, full stop. All right, guys, I'm going to leave it there because the rain cloud is really coming to get me. I want to say thank you for watching. Thanks for all your support. Don't forget to hit subscribe. Consider joining our community. Join one of our monthly wild walks. Join our newsletter. Follow on social. There's so much to do. Head in to spendmoretime-in-the-wild.co.uk. Get stuck in. Can't wait to see you very soon. And until next time, stay wild. See you guys.